Yesterday, I had 4 calls with my clients, and I had exactly the same conversation with each of them. We spoke about the power of time blocking. I told them that I think time blocking is the most stress reducing activity I do on a daily basis. And in today's episode, I want to explain why I think that and also illustrate how time blocking had reduced the anxiety, overwhelm, and stress in my life. Let's go.
Welcome to the Monthly Method Podcast. This is a show for solopreneurs, creators, and artists who have a burning desire to launch a project. This is for a project that is not urgent, but truly important. The one your best life depends on. Your host, Paulina B., is a certified Scrum Master. She brings a proven record of launching successful projects, both professional and personal. You will hear about tested techniques that lead to calm, consistency, and results. Stay tuned to turn your idea into reality 1 month at a time.
I started time blocking when I was in grad school back in 2017 and 18, so we are talking 4 years ago. I first heard about it from Cal Newport. I devoured his books. I especially liked So Good They Can't Ignore You and Deep Work. I am so glad I found his books when I started my grad school. Without getting to know the concepts that he's talking about, it would have been a much more complicated and stressful experience for me to go through grad school. I agreed with what he was saying about productivity and his overall approach to work. I embraced the advice that he gave in his books. And one of the biggest advice that he gives is time blocking. I started using time blocking in my life for grad school. At first, it wasn't perfect, but I quickly got a hold of it. I truly believe that time blocking and embracing deep life philosophy are the main secrets why I was able to finish my master's a semester earlier, while also being able to work as a research assistant and also publish 3 peer-reviewed academic articles. When you hear people talk about time blocking, they usually talk about productivity and efficiency. And don't get me wrong here, time blocking will give you the level of efficiency you've never seen before. You'll be able to get so much done in your day, it will blow your mind. But what I want to focus on today is illustrating how time blocking is helpful for reducing stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. As I mentioned in the beginning, I think time blocking is the number one stress-reducing activity I do on a daily basis. It's not meditation, it's not even journaling, it's time blocking. And here's why. Let's look at my stress levels before I embraced time blocking. Whenever life threw something unexpected at me, it would feel like the end of the world. I was already stressed out with the never-ending to-dos in my to-do list. If something urgent or unexpected happened, it felt like the straw that can break the camel's back. I could feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. This unexpected event felt like the end of the world. The amount of stress this unexpected event inflicted on my life seemed so big, I'm not even kidding. And let me give you some examples here. Let's pick something that can happen to anyone. Let's say something breaks down in your house. Okay, it's summer now. Let's say my AC broke down. It's something unexpected. Of course, I haven't planned for it, and it will involve some work to fix the issue. So this is a perfect unexpected event that requires some work and some time from me to fix it. Maybe I need to research how to fix it. Can we fix it ourselves? Anyway, I have to spend some time on researching the issue, or should we call someone who can come and fix it for us? Before the time blocking, I would look at this event of AC breaking down in our house and I would freak out about it. I would think, oh my God, this is too much. I already have too much on my plate and now the AC is not working. It's simply too much for me to handle at this moment. I would feel like I'm ready to give up, and again, it was very overwhelming. But now After 4 years of practicing time blocking, I look at the same event of something breaking down in the house and it doesn't feel like a problem anymore on the emotional level. There is no much stress about it. I look at it and I think, okay, AC broke down. Okay, it looks like it's a time block of an hour that I need to block off on my calendar either today or tomorrow. I will get all the research done and then I'll call the repair guys and I will book the appointment. And I'm confident I can do it in an hour. Boom, done. No drama, no overwhelm, no spiraling about how unfair life is. No, it's just, okay, this is how long it will take. Do I have time to do it today? No? Okay, then I'll do it tomorrow. Easy, very neutral on the emotional level. Before time blocking, a broken AC felt like the end of the world. Right now, I approach the same event, the same fact of life with a very practical and calm approach. And this is how it goes for me. I look at it and I think, okay, how much time do I need to block off? Is it 30 minutes or is it 60 minutes? Do I need to break it down between different days? Okay, let me schedule it for tomorrow, done, and I don't need to think about it anymore. It doesn't have to live in my brain anymore. I already have a plan for it and I know that it's going to be done either today or tomorrow, whenever I choose to schedule this activity for. And I cannot express how much stress I was able to eliminate from my life by following this approach. Before time blocking, I would feel the same amount of stress even for the good things in life. And this is the ironic part. Let's say my husband and I decided to go on vacation. And now we need to plan that vacation. Just the sheer amount of work that needs to be done in order to plan a vacation used to be so overwhelming for me. The number of things that I had to do in order to book any vacation created anxiety around going on vacation. Who can relate here? On one hand, you really want to go on vacation. On the other hand, you feel overwhelmed by all the prep work that you need to do. After embracing time blocking, I look at planning a vacation as a project that can be broken down into several 30 minutes time blocks that I can spread out throughout the week. By the end of the week, I will have my vacation planned and booked, and it will not take anything away from my life in any major way. I will still get the most important tasks done for my work, for my business, for my health, for my family, because I have a proven system of how to set and achieve goals and also how to time block. I don't have to stress over it. Everything will get done. Another reason why time blocking is stress reducing is because there is only one thing you need to focus on at any given time. Again, just one thing that you need to keep in mind at any given time. In contrast, if you're working off a to-do list, you are always looking at the entire list of 30, 50, 100 to-dos. You feel pressure of needing to do all 30 things as soon as possible, better yet right now. Why haven't you done all of this by now? And this leads to stress and overwhelm. And no wonder it happens. When you time block, you are okay with not getting everything done in one day. You become more realistic about the amount of work you can accomplish in a day. You prioritize your to-do list and you select the most important tasks and schedule them in. And you focus on getting them done one task at a time. Let's look at my real life right now. So right now I am recording this episode. I have it on my schedule from 10 to 11 a.m. And this is the only thing that matters right now. It is recording this podcast episode. Right now, I have only one thing on my mind. I don't have to worry about anything else. Everything else will get done because I've scheduled it later in the day. But for now, this podcast episode is the only thing that exists in my world. And that makes it a lot less stressful, and this brings an enormous amount of calm and presence in my life. I grew up in an entrepreneurial family. A lot of my parents' friends were small business owners, and this is the phrase I heard over and over again from them. This is not a problem, it is an expense. Again, I'm going to repeat it. This is not a problem, it is an expense. What they meant is that many things people stress out about and call problems are not actually problems, but expenses. And again, keep in mind that those are business owners, entrepreneurs, so they have a very unique perspective of the world, and I'm so grateful I got exposed to it early on. And when you look at a so-called problem from the mindset of it not being a problem but being an expense, it becomes a lot easier to manage. If it is just an expense, you can pay for it. You can save for it. You can adjust your monthly budget around it. You find ways to solve this issue rather than spiral in all the drama that comes from thinking that it is a problem. So it's actually a lot more beneficial to think about it as an expense rather than a problem, because if you think that it's an expense, you quickly find solutions to this issue. But if you think it's a problem, then you end up doing all the emotional work of being overwhelmed and stressed out without actually coming up with a solution. So it's a lot more taxing on the emotional state to think that something is a problem. Similarly, after embracing time blocking, I now look at most things people call problems as time blocks to be scheduled. I consider very few things being a problem that requires all the drama and stress. For me, if everyone is healthy and no one is dying, it is not a problem. It is a task that needs to be time blocked on my calendar. That's it. It's not a problem, it's a task. Every major goal or a project can be broken down into 30 to 60 minutes blocks of work. But this is the easy part. The difficult part is actually showing up for your time blocks. Everyone can create a schedule, but very few people can consistently show up for it. And I have done 2 podcast episodes that go into details on exactly how to show up for your schedule. The part 1 is why you don't need another productivity app, and you can find it in the podcast archive. And the second one is how to create and follow your schedule. Again, I'm going to repeat it. The first one is why you don't need another productivity app. And the second one is how to create and follow your schedule. Go listen to those episodes to find the answers for how to become the person who shows up for their schedule. And if you become the person who is able to show up for your schedule, there are very few things left that you are not able to do in your life. This is the superpower of the 21st century. It is being able to do what you said you would do. Again, I'm going to repeat it. I truly believe this is the superpower of not only the 21st century, but of any other century, is being able to do what you said you would do. Just think about it. How would your life be different if you showed up for every promise you had made to yourself? Even if you showed up for just 80% of your own promises to yourself every single day, how would your life be different today? And this is the question that I once asked myself, and I haven't stopped thinking about it ever since. I realized that it's not the outside world that I need to blame for any of the problems I might have in my life. It's not my husband, it's not my friends, not my family, not the country I was born, not the income of my parents, none of that. I did this thought experiment of imagining my life with all the outside factors being the same, but what's being different is me keeping every promise, every plan I had created for myself. All the New Year resolutions, all the promises, all the habits that I was trying to build, I realized that my life would have been a lot different if I kept all these promises. And once I realized it, I decided that I have to find a way to become the person who shows up for what they said they would show up for. And that's when I discovered the time blocking, the 10x coffee practice, and many other tools I now use personally in my life and also teach my clients. And yesterday, when I was talking to my clients, all 4 clients expressed how incredible time blocking is. It is something that is truly changing their lives. But here's the point. They are from different walks of life, different professions, different family situations, different countries. Yesterday, I talked with an entrepreneur, 2 doctors, and a mortgage broker. They are from Canada, UK, and the US. 3 are married, 1 is single. Some have kids, some don't. As you can see, there is very little in common among them, and yet they all agree that time blocking is a tool that accelerates the achievement of their goals exponentially. So think about it. If you have an excuse of why time blocking might not work for you, I just recommend that you try a couple more times and see that it actually can be adjusted for your own life situation, because I can see from my clients that it can work in all scenarios. Okay guys, this is it for today. I just wanted to share my opinion on time blocking. And I didn't just want to illustrate how efficient you become at getting things done. I wanted to showcase that time blocking is one of the most stress-reducing activities you can do on a daily basis, even though it sounds counterintuitive at first. And if you become the person who embraces time blocking on the daily basis, you will be able to notice that the number of so-called problems in your life go down. You will start looking at them as tasks that need to be time blocked, not as problems that you need to obsess over. Hopefully you try time blocking for yourself. Come check out monthlymethod.com. The link is in the show notes. I have a lot of information there on how to create your schedule and how to follow it, along with many other unconventional personal productivity tips. That's it for today. Please subscribe if you want to get a freshly baked episode delivered to you next Monday. Hey, before you go, I just wanted to let you know that I am now working with clients all over the world one-on-one. If you want to see the outstanding measurable results they get in just 3 short weeks, I invite you to check out monthlymethod.com. The link is provided in the show notes. The Monthly Method is a Scrum-based productivity system designed to achieve your goals without consuming all the energy and hours of a day, so that you can have a life you don't need to escape from. If you're ready to quit the hustle culture and bring more intentionality into your life, head out to monthlymethod.com. This is the place where working overtime is not required. Cheers!